Hello everyone, I am Puneet Mangla from IIT Hyderabad, and today I will be talking about our work on the benefits of defining vicinal distributions in the latent space. So throughout this talk, we will be talking about empirical risk minimization and vicinal risk minimization. We will go through a popular choice of vicinal risk minimization, which is mix-up. Then we'll mention our contributions and move on to our approach, where we will motivate it first and then end it up with a final illustration. Then we will move on to our results. We will show our experiments on auto distribution generalization, calibration, and finally some additional analysis on loss landscape. So empirical risk minimization is a very widely opted procedure to train deep neural networks these days. The main idea behind empirical risk minimization is to minimize the average error over the training dataset. So to do this, the empirical risk minimization approximates the actual distribution P actual over the inputs and the labels by P delta, which is the empirical distribution, by replacing them with direct delta mass functions centered at each of the training points. Once you define this empirical distribution P delta, the optimal parameter W star can be found by argmin of W integral of loss function with respect to the empirical distribution, which formulates to the average error over the training dataset. However, the empirical risk minimization here has a drawback because it is only considering the points that given in the training dataset. In our parameterized settings, it can lead to memorization of those points, which can further lead to undesirable behavior when there is any point which is slightly different from the training distribution. To mitigate this problem of memorization, vicinal risk minimization was proposed, which is popularly known as data augmentation. So the main idea of vicinal risk minimization is to define a vicinity or a neighborhood around each training example. That vicinity and training neighborhood can be defined in either in terms of brightness, contrast, or even noise. So to calculate the probability of x comma y in the vicinal distribution, we define a vicinal distribution V, which calculates the probability of data point x comma y in the vicinity of other samples xi, yi. To find the overall probability of a particular point x comma y, we average it over all the training samples. After defining this vicinal distribution PV, the expected vicinal risk can be given as the argmin of W integral of loss function with respect to the vicinal distribution, which formulates to the following expression. Some of the popular choices of vicinal distribution involve Gaussian distribution and mix-up distribution. Gaussian distribution is equivalent to augmenting your data with Gaussian noise, and mix-up is one of the popular techniques which we are going to talk about in next slide. So mix-up involves interpolating in the data manifold between two images and also corresponding labels, and it is one of the popular techniques to train models for better generalization. However, in recent works, it has been shown that the mix-up can also be leveraged to improve the robustness of the models against corruptions as well as perturbations. And some studies have also highlighted that the mix-up trained models are significantly better calibrated than the standard ERM-based method. Motivated by this, we also propose a new vicinal distribution known as var mix-up to sample mix-up images better at the training time. Our experiment shows that the var mix-up can significantly boost the robustness to auto distribution shift as well as the calibration, as well as improve the calibration of the network as compared to the regular mix-up. We also perform additional analysis where we show that the var mix-up can significantly decrease the local linearity of the neural network, which in recent works have been shown as a cause as well as a consequence of the robustness. So we will move on to our approach and first of all motivate it first. So in this work, we work on defining the vicinal distributions in different space and see how this choice of distribution can affect model properties like robustness and calibration. More specifically, we talk about defining vicinal distributions in latent space or VAEs because they can provide us with an unfolded manifold which is captured better. Also, by construction, the linearity in between training examples is more readily observed in that latent manifold of VAEs. We can leverage such a latent to capture the induced global linearity in between training examples and define distributions like mix-up, which inherently use interpolation between examples. So some of the details of our approach is that for the choice of VA, we choose an MMD VA instead of KL-based VA because of its advantages. Um, it has been shown that KL-based VA are prone to overfitting and also produce blurry images. Because we don't want that, in our case, we opt for MMD VA whose loss function is given as follows. After training the MMD VA over the training dataset that we are given, we can define the vicinal distribution in the latent space of the VA as follows. This is equivalent to constructing bar mix-up samples as follows, where we first sample two images xi and xj and project them to the latent space of the VA using VA encoder Q5. After getting these latent embeddings, we can interpolate between them and use the VA decoder p theta to reconstruct the image, make some image. We also do the corresponding interpolation in the label space to provide meaningful label information. Now we illustrate the conceptual idea behind var mixup. So given a data manifold where we have two images x1 and x2, mixup will perform interpolation on the data manifold and result in the following image xn. However, the main idea of var mixup differs in the following way. It first projects the images x1 and x2 to the latent space of the VA using the VA encoder. After getting the latent embeddings, it performs the interpolation between them to get a latent embedding of mix-up image Zm. Then it uses a decoder of the VA p theta to reconstruct that latent embedding back to the image space. As you can see here, the mix-up image obtained by mixing in the latent space is more convincing as compared to the mix-up image obtained by mixing in the data manifold. We will now move on to our results, where we'll first show our results on auto distribution generalization. So Geroy et al. Has shown that if you train a neural network against distortions, it can still fail to generalize over unseen distortion. So to measure the robustness of the neural network against different types of corruptions and distribution shifts, Hentek proposed a corrupted benchmark, where they have a benchmark consisting of 15 types of corruptions and with 5 severity levels. Initially, it was proposed for ImageNet C, but researchers have adapted it for other datasets also. So we experiment and evaluate our method on CIFAR-10C, CIFAR-100C, and TinyImageNet-C datasets. We propose another variant of our approach known as ADV-VAR mixup, where instead of using a standard MMD VA, we use an adversarially robust VA. So here in the table, the black part shows the robustness on the accuracy on CIFAR-10C dataset, and the gray part in the bracket shows the clean accuracy performance on clean CIFAR-10 dataset. We compare our approach against adversarial training techniques like PGD, TRADE, and IAT. As you can see from the table here, the VAR mixup and ADV VAR mixup are able to significantly boost the robustness of the models against different types of corruption, while still able to perform decently on the clean dataset. And in the case of CIFAR-10, you can see there is slight degradation in the clean accuracy as compared to ERM, which we believe is attributed to the clean and robust accuracy trade-off, which is quite popular and accepted phenomena in robustness literature. Next, we move on to the calibration, which measures how the good softmax scores are as an indicator of actual likelihood of a correct prediction. To measure the calibration, we follow very popular metric known as expected calibration error, and the lower the expected calibration error is, the better the model are calibrated. In the graph right, you can see the expected calibration error of all the 4 methods: ERM mixup, VAR mixup, and ADV VAR mixup. And it is evident that ADV VAR mixup and VAR mixup are able to achieve significantly lower expected calibration error as compared to their baseline. It shows that VAR mixup and ADV VAR mixup can improve the calibration of your neural network. Finally, we do some analysis on the loss surfaces of the neural network. It has been recently shown that the local linearity of the loss surfaces correlates with the robustness. In general, the more the loss landscapes are linear, the more is the robustness, and vice versa is also true to a reasonable extent. To define the local linearity at a data point x, we consider the epsilon radius ball and try to find the maximum change in the loss function when a perturbation from that epsilon radius ball is added to that input. For more details, you can refer to the paper. In the figure right, we report the average local linear error as we vary the radius of the epsilon ball. We report it on two datasets, CIFAR 10 and CIFAR 100. And as you can see here, the VAR mixup and ADV VAR mixup models are able to achieve significantly local linear error, which shows that the loss surfaces are more locally linear, thus inducing the robustness that we observed in our past experiments. To conclude, we finally propose a VAR mixup technique which can perform interpolations in the latent space as instead of performing it on the later manifold like mixup. The main idea, the main motivation behind doing this is that the latent manifold of a VI can provide us with a latent space where the linearity in between examples is more readily observed. We show that through experiments that the VAR mixup trained models are robust to corruptions as well as are better calibrated. Finally, we highlight the efficacy of defining vicinal distributions by using neighbors of an unfounded manifold rather than a training data manifold, and hope that our work can bring out a discussion on this notion, on the notion of choice of vicinal distributions and the robustness. Thank you.